When you've been in this line of work as long as I have, you learn to depend on certain rules.
Fuze offers a deep progression system where when you're playing as any one of the 4 characters, you can unlock skills in a unique skill tree by earning Fuze points in the game. And these skills can improve and unlock abilities for your Xenotech, which are the Fuze-powered weapons, allow you to upgrade standard weapons in the game. You can upgrade buffs for your characters, and you can unlock some cool Fuze-powered abilities. It is definitely a 4-player cooperative game, but at the same time, it works great for single players. So we kept that close to our hearts and have continued to improve the mechanics from day one. However, one of the things that we did when we shifted the game a bit to what you see today is we really took the weapons in a more heavy-hitting direction. And we realized early in development and back when we had that first trailer out that the weapons were still missing something. It didn't have the punch that we really wanted to get from them. And so what you see today is a very different version of the weapons. We find that some people like to pick one character and play all the way through the campaign and echelon with that character and just upgrade him or her to the max, or you can leap back and forth between all 4 characters at will as long as there's a bot in the game. Now, given that this is a 4-character game, you will always have 4 characters, Dalton, Izzy, Naya, and Jacob. And if you have a friend playing, then 2 of those characters will be bots. If you have 2 friends playing, then one of those characters will be a bot. But as long as there's a bot, you can always leap to that character, which gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of how you play and in terms of how you move through the progression system. The resource management is very, very light in that we use Fuze for your Xenotech, and once you unlock a special ability called Fusion, the more you use your Xenotech, the more you fill up a Fusion bar, and then you can trigger Fusion when that bar is full, and you become this Fuze-powered wrecking ball where all 4 players get the benefit of this fusion mode, and you can also revive players. So that's about the limit to which we force you to manage your resources. The rest of it is just choosing how you want to build your characters. Well, I think leap is a big one for us. Meaning that when you start a game in Fuze, you have the choice to leap back and forth between whatever characters you want at any time. And most games will lock you into the very first character you choose for the campaign. We decided that we didn't want to do that at all. Always fun factor. I think that's at the core of all of our games. We want to make the game easy to pick up and play, but provide depth for players who want to go further with the progression system and really start exploring what the game has to offer. From Fuze, my favorite gun is the Shattergun. I mean, I love it. Mostly because it's got a really great confers a great strategic advantage to Izzy, in that when enemies are behind cover, if you manage to hit one of them and crystallize him with the Shattergun, he first of all moves up out of cover, which makes him a great target for your teammates, but then if there are any enemies nearby, the effect sends out branches of crystals to nearby enemies and crystallizes them as well. So it's an excellent crowd control weapon. I like doing that. I like setting up my teammates to take out enemies because we both get points, and that's kind of part of the whole teamwork aspect that we're bringing to the fore with this game. Today I was playing Dalton, and the reason I was playing Dalton was because he's a great short-range guy, and he's really good at disrupting enemy setups. And I was playing with 3 less experienced players who were hanging back and not really mixing it up, so I said, screw that. I'm going to take Dalton. I've got a full charge of Fuze. I'm going to go in and start using my mag shield to blast these enemies apart, and it changed the dynamic of the battle quickly so that people I was playing with had more opportunities to flank without being in danger. Well, hopefully if you've played Resistance or Ratchet, you're going to dig Fuze, because this is a game that brings the Insomniac flavor to the fore. It's not a game that's based in the real world. This is definitely an Insomniac world where we are taking the story in a very different direction. We're taking these weapons in a very Insomniac kind of sci-fi direction, and we're not really adhering to any particular realistic rules. And that's fun for us because we want to create fun for players. So if you're a shooter fan, if you're a fan of RPG elements, if you like playing with your friends in 4-player co-op games, of which there aren't many, or if you like story-driven campaigns, this is the game for you. Fuze is the name of the game. It is on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it's coming out next spring.